What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the video today. Today, we are going to be reviewing yet again another new GFUEL flavor. This one, I am very excited about because I make this myself, homemade, all the time. That is hibiscus tea. So today, we are going to be taking a look at the Hibiscus Tea GFUEL flavor, taste testing it, and comparing it to some other products that might taste similar to this, and my own homemade hibiscus tea, and see how GFUEL decided to go with the flavor in this hibiscus. Like, did they go super strong on the sweet? Did they go more towards like a real, slightly sweetened hibiscus tea? I'm very interested to see how GFUEL approached this. So definitely going to be an interesting review today, ladies and gentlemen. Also, wanted to say huge thank you to everybody using code SHOCK recently. I'll put up any of those recent uses up on the screen. And apparently, mango lemonade has been restocked. I did not know this at all. GFUEL just like restocked it. I did not even know. It sold out during the BOGO, and it looks like we haven't stocked like a ton, but it looks like there's a good amount of mango lemonade that has been restocked. So if you guys want to pick up any of that, we'll leave the link to mango lemonade down below. Now, also, I think hibiscus tea and mango lemonade could be a crazy good mix. So maybe a future video. Well, I mean, it depends on how this tastes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we have it, the Hibiscus Tea GFUEL flavor. This tub is beautiful, especially for springtime right now. I think this tub is just absolutely stunning. It's set in like this sunset springtime jungle with all these hibiscus flowers and other flowers. And you got some, like, I think that's some palm trees, a parrot here. Just a whole bunch of awesome stuff. I love the color and the art of this tub. I think it looks amazing, and obviously you got that waterfall there. It just really looks awesome. Now, this flavor is not connected to anybody. It's not inspired by anybody. It is just a standalone GFUEL flavor. Now, if you guys want to take a look at the ingredients, here they are. Now, there is something that I saw that was unique in the other ingredients. So I see ginger root powder. I don't think we've ever had that in a GFUEL flavor. Very interested to see how that's, I mean, obviously I know what ginger is, but using ginger in a hibiscus tea flavor, I don't know, maybe it does something to make it taste a little bit more authentic. The only thing that I would have liked to see is hibiscus powder for the color. That would have just put me off the freaking edge. That would have been amazing if GFUEL did that. So that's one thing, if you're watching this GFUEL, that I would have loved to see. So maybe if there's a new hibiscus flavor in the future, would love to see something like that, because hibiscus is naturally so freaking red. It's amazing. If you guys want to take a look at the expiration date, it's right down there. Let's go ahead and open this one up. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Now, also wanted to let you guys know that I have a lot of flavors to review. I have the Mighty Poo flavor. I've got the Contra flavor. So let me know which one out of those two you guys want to see sooner, because I don't know which one I want to review first, but I was so excited for hibiscus tea, so I knew I had to go ahead and crack this baby open today. So here we go. Let's open this. And here is the powder. This is what it looks like. There we go. It's kind of just basically a white. Yeah, I would say that does smell pretty similar to like a hibiscus tea bag. It smells more like the hibiscus tea bag rather than like hibiscus when it's all steeped and mixed up. This smells more like a hibiscus tea bag, but a little stronger. And in terms of hibiscus, everyone has kind of a different view of hibiscus. Some people say raspberry. It definitely has some raspberry hints to it, and maybe like super slight pomegranate, and maybe even cranberry, kind of in those realms. Either way, I'm super excited to see what direction GFUEL went in. But just by the smell here, It's definitely like a hibiscus tea bag, but it's a lot of like I would tell you I'm smelling a combination of raspberry, pomegranate, and maybe cranberry. So yeah, I would say that's probably what I'm getting from the powder smell. Oof, my scoop is far down today. So here is our scooper, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to show you guys how to make G Fuel. So this top section here, I usually take it off because that's the funnel into water bottles and such. But usually I just take that off and scoop right into the shaker. So this is where you want to fill your G Fuel, right to the top of there. And let's go ahead and get a shaker with some water and ice. Alright guys, so I've got my shaker with a decent amount of ice and 16 ounces of water because this is a tea flavor, so you know you gotta put a lot of ice in. We're gonna go ahead and put our scoop of hibiscus tea in here. And let's give it a mix for about 30 seconds. Here we go. Alright guys, so here we go. This is the hibiscus tea flavor all mixed up. Gonna be honest with you, much more on the purple side than I was thinking. I thought it was going to be like bright red because that's usually what hibiscus looks like, but G Fuel went for more of a like purple grape color here, so interesting to see. Yeah, you want to know what? I am definitely smelling some of that ginger root in there. And it has much more of a earthy flower-like smell, but that's probably the ginger root when it's actually mixed up compared to the powder. The powder is much more of like this fruity smell. This is more of a earthy smell. And just less sweet smelling. But anyways, guys, let's give this one last shake. Here we go, guys. I'm definitely getting some of that, like, nostalgic kind of tea taste in there when I breathe out. It's really good, though, ladies and gentlemen. But in terms of how close does it taste to, like, real hibiscus tea, like I said, I make hibiscus tea all the time at home. So, Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here is some of the hibiscus that I make, the hibiscus tea that I make. And here is the G Fuel. You guys can definitely notice the difference in color. So that's why I was a little surprised that G Fuel went with a pretty far like grape or purple tint to the color. But I'm going to go ahead and actually try this because I think it'll help me in my taste test and ranking of the actual hibiscus tea flavor because I definitely need some help. But I wanted to show you guys how I actually make my hibiscus tea. And usually what I do is just what it recommends, which is 2 cups boiling water, steep for like 5 minutes, and then remove the bag, add 6 cups cold water. And yeah, so I'm going to take one of the tea bags, put it into my bowl, and we got about 2 cups of boiling water here. I mean, it does not have to be exact at all. You know, something about that. Could even just do a little more. Then we'll leave that for like 5 minutes. Alright guys, so it's been a little bit and it's starting to look pretty good. Now while it's still hot, I'm gonna add a little bit of either agave or honey or something like that, just so it melts easier. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna go ahead and add about 6 cups of cold water into here. And then what I'm going to do is put this into jars, and that's how I make my hibiscus tea. Alright guys, let's go ahead and try my hibiscus tea and compare it to the G Fuel. Here we go. The first thing that I'm noticing is that hibiscus, this is like, it's not tart at all. There's no sourness, there's no tartness, nothing like that. But the GFUEL, there is a decent amount of like tartness. It's nothing crazy. It's like a natural tartness that you'd expect from like a raspberry, or not as much as like pomegranate, but like if this was half and half raspberry pomegranate, I would say that you're getting some of that tartness from both of those. Like this has some tartness to it that the real hibiscus has none at all. GFUEL has to add more flavor and stuff to flavors, because if this just tasted like this, I think probably less people would like it, because real hibiscus is very light. It's very, very light, and I highly doubt a lot of people would be really happy with that. So basically what GFUEL did, in my opinion, is they made the flavor way stronger. They added some tartness to it. It's definitely somewhat similar, but it is way stronger. There's much more flavor there. I definitely think there is more flavor there, more familiar flavors. Like when I try the hibiscus, I'm like, that's hibiscus. That's just a unique flavor by itself. But when I try the GFUEL hibiscus, I'm definitely getting like this, like, I don't know, like pomegranate raspberry combination, maybe a tiny bit of cranberry. So what I would say is it's definitely like this pomegranate raspberry hibiscus tea. That's what I would say, and there's definitely more tartness than if it was just a hibiscus tea. So definitely more tartness than a homemade hibiscus tea. Alright guys, so where am I going to put this on my tier list? I think I'm going to put it in really good. I definitely think this is a really good flavor, but I don't think it's better than Nemesis tea. I think if they did something like they had hibiscus tea leaf powder in here for the color, that would be huge. I think the color would have been more on par to something like this. And I also think, you know, it's just that would have been so cool. And I feel like it's a great opportunity that they missed on that. But I still think it's in really good. I don't think it's going to go above Nemesis tea for me. So it's probably going to go right below Nemesis tea. And I'll probably give it about a 7.5. So I got a few products that I wanted to try and see if they taste like the Hibiscus Tea GFUEL. The first one is actually this one. Now, disclaimer, I did not find any actual hibiscus tea drinks near me, which is unbelievable. Like, what the heck? I felt like I should be able to find tons, but I went to like 3 grocery stores, Target, gas stations, and all I could find was like raspberry tea drinks. Like, that's it. I couldn't find anything that was hibiscus. So since people say hibiscus tastes like raspberry, which it kind of does, I figured I would get some of these raspberry tea drinks and see if it tastes like the Hibiscus GFUEL. So I'm going to open this Peace Tea Razzleberry. Pretty sure I've actually already had this one. That's not bad. Definitely has more like a original, like, black tea, iced tea taste to it than the GFUEL. But it's pretty close. I'm going to put that one over there. Never really liked this brand too much, to be completely honest with you, when it comes to their tea, but I have Gold Peak. Let's go ahead and give this a go. Alright guys, let's try this Gold Peak California Raspberry Tea and see if it's close. Much more tea smell. Much more tea flavor. Not close. Okay, so that one's X'd out for sure. Let's try this Pure Leaf. It's actually too real tasting. What I would say, ladies and gentlemen, is the Hibiscus Tea GFUEL tastes pretty close to the Peace Tea Razzleberry. The GFUEL has less of that black tea, like iced tea taste. This has more of that like iced tea taste. And the GFUEL is just stronger on the flavors, and you taste like some pomegranate in here and stuff like that. But overall, these are pretty close. I think without a doubt, if you like this, you're gonna like the Hibiscus Tea GFUEL. But anyways, alright guys, I think that is going to wrap up my review today on the Hibiscus Tea GFUEL flavor. Let me know what you guys think down below. Did you pick it up? Have you tried it already? It should be shipping. Let me know what you guys think. Overall, I think it was executed almost perfectly. I think if they would have used hibiscus tea leaf powder for the color, that would have been epic. But overall, I think the flavor, to make it taste to where I think everyone would like it, where it needs to be stronger, I think they did good on that. Because it doesn't really taste like too candy-ish or too, like, doesn't taste like cherry medicine. It tastes good. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about hibiscus tea. Anyways, thanks for watching, and peace out, ladies and gents.